Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. Tonight we'll take a look at the current COVID-19 numbers released by the AU COVID Resource Center, as well as where Auburn's new Publix is being built. We'll discover why senior citizens are getting inducted into a Hall of Fame and how you can get more involved right here at Auburn. We'll cover the national impact of the new federal vaccine requirements, as well as the Department of Justice's plan to sue the state of Texas. All of that and more coming up on Eagle Eye News at 6. Stay tuned.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Gracie Pennington.
And I'm Hee-Sun Yoon. Auburn University's COVID Resource Center reported 188 confirmed cases of COVID-19 for the week of August 30th. This is a striking decrease from the previous reported week's total of 360. The Auburn University Medical Clinic recorded a total number of 717 tests, with 80 positive results, marking a rate of 11% of checks testing positive. This week's numbers do not yet account for the cases of the previous 2 weeks, which would be heavily impacted by the weekend's packed crowd at Jordan-Hare Stadium for the return of Auburn football at 100% capacity. If you would like to follow these numbers as they come out, check out the AU COVID Resource Center's website for more updates.
Harold A. Franklin, Auburn University's first African-American student, passed away Thursday, September 9th at the age of 88. Franklin integrated Auburn on January 4, 1864, when he enrolled as a graduate student. After leaving Auburn in 1965, Franklin earned a master's degree in international studies from the University of Denver before pursuing a 27-year career teaching in higher education at schools like Alabama State, North Carolina, A&T State University, Tuskegee Institute, and Talladega College before retiring in 1992. Franklin was honored at Auburn versus Alabama State game last Saturday as a tribute to his embodiment of Auburn spirit throughout his life. He will be remembered through the Auburn Alumni Association's Black Alumni Council Scholarship named in his honor, as well as the Harold A. Franklin Society, which was created by Auburn students in 2008.
Do you want to become a patron of the arts? Well, look no further. The Jan Dempsey Community Arts Center will be hosting a reception for Julie Plaskets' new exhibition titled Piecemeal. The reception is scheduled to be held by the Auburn Arts Association on Thursday, September 16th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. and will be free and open to the public. Piecemeal is said to feature 3 ceramic pieces along with 54 collages that are separated into 4 groups titled Spaces and Places, Rooms, Sides of a River, and Contemporary Ikebana Landscapes. Plaskets' work has been displayed in many museums and galleries nationwide, earning juror and merit recognition, making it even more exciting to come view here in Auburn.
Auburn University is proudly hosting its 13th annual Boschel Research Day on September 17th at the Marriott Resort at Grand National in Opelika. This event gathers experts from all around the U.S. to discuss current topics related to diabetes as well as the role of obesity in its developments. This year's program is set to feature addresses from world-renowned speakers including Ellen Gustafson, business person, social entrepreneur, sustainable food system activist, author, and co-founder of Feed Projects and 1330 Project, among many others. Faculty from Auburn College and Veterinary Medicine, along with 9 other colleges and schools across campus, will join participants from the University of Alabama at Birmingham and Georgia State University for the one-day symposium.
Construction recently began on a brand new Publix that will soon occupy downtown Auburn. The shopping center is scheduled to open by fall 2022 on Gay Street, taking the lot formerly owned by Burger King. The new store's developer, Daniel Corporation, is building the Publix to include 35,600 square feet, in total with 6,800 square feet reserved for retail at the front of the store facing Gay Street. When we come back, a Colorado man's body was discovered in Lake Martin, and senior citizens can get inducted into their own Hall of Fame. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Back to Eagle Eye News at 6. Recently, Alabama law enforcement agencies' Marine Patrol Division investigated a single vessel boating accident which occurred around 1 p.m. on Thursday, September 2nd. The accident left 1 man missing in Tallapoosa County near the Willow Point Golf Course. Searchers on the scene with the Alexander City Fire Department and the Alexander City Rescue Squad were looking for the 24-year-old Colorado man, Zachary Dakota Lewis, who was a passenger on the boat. Lewis's body was later found in the Big Creek area of Lake Martin. This incident itself still remains under investigation by the Area Marine Patrol Division.
The Alabama Department of Senior Services recently congratulated its brand new class of 2021 on their induction into the Senior Citizens Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame was created in 1983 by the Alabama State Legislature in an effort to honor Alabamians aged 60 years or older for their outstanding contributions to the lives of older Americans. In addition to Hall of Fame inductions, couples celebrating 65 years of marriage or more and individuals celebrating a birthday of 100 years or more may also be recognized. John Brown, Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Senior Services, emphasized the program's importance by stating, "This is the one major event in Alabama each year where individuals are formally honored and recognized for their selfless advocacy and dedication to serving older adults in their community."
On Friday, September 10th, the annual Auburn Board of Trustees unanimously voted in favor of adding a plaque to the wall of Wallace Hall on campus in an effort to address problematic history of Governor George Wallace, for whom the building was named. Wallace's former political views favored segregation until later in his life when he apologized for any words or actions made in support of segregation. The decision to add the plaque was made after an Auburn student enlisted the help of 11,986 signatures on an online petition through the platform change.org to sign in support of changing the building's name. Trustee Elizabeth Henley ensures that this new plaque, once installed, will give both political and historical context to the timeline of Wallace's career.
Curious about how to get more involved here on Auburn's campus? Well, never fear. Travis Harrison, the Involvement Ambassador President, is here to update you on what you can do this week to get more involved.
Hi everyone, I'm Travis Harrison with the Office of Student Involvement, and I'm here to talk about all of the exciting upcoming events. The Best Buddy member interviews are going to be Monday at 11 in room 2218 of the Student Center. The Vietnamese Association General Body Meeting is going to be Monday at 4 p.m. in the Student Center room 2310. A social event for Human Development and Family Science majors is going to be Monday at 5 p.m. in Spital 220. The Theme Park Engineering Group General Meeting is going to be 6 p.m. on Monday in Brown Copel. SGA Student Senate is every Monday at 7:30 p.m. in Student Center 2222. The IDEA Workshop from the Office of Student Involvement is going to be Tuesday at 6 p.m., also in Student Center 2222. The Mariners Auxiliary is showing grown-ups for their movie night Tuesday at 8 p.m. in Louder. And the clay shooting team is hosting a fundraiser for their next season Thursday at 8 a.m. at the Sealwood Farms. The Harbor College of Business is hosting a business bash Thursday from 12 to 3. The Red Cross Blood Drive is Tuesday in the Student Center Ballroom. The Tiger Excellence Scholars Program and the Office of Inclusion and Diversity is hosting a success seminar with keynote speakers Thursday at 4:45 p.m. in Mel 2510. That's all for this busy week from Involvement. We hope to see you at some of our events. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the new federal vaccine requirements and why is a Silicon Valley health technology company's founder being sued. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. On Thursday, September 9th, President Biden held a press conference in which he released his plans to issue new federal vaccine requirements that would affect around 100 million Americans after seeing the slowdown in nationwide vaccination progress.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated, and it's caused by the fact that despite America having unprecedented and successful vaccination program, despite the fact that for almost 5 months, free vaccines have been available in 80,000 different locations, we still have nearly 80 million Americans who have failed to get the shot.
The Department of Justice is suing the state of Texas, claiming that the state's new abortion law is unconstitutional.
The Department of Justice is suing the state of Texas over its new abortion law, alleging it violates the U.S. Constitution.
The act is clearly unconstitutional under long-standing Supreme Court precedent.
The Biden administration hoping the lawsuit will eventually lead to overturning the law that makes it illegal to have an abortion after 6 weeks, before many people even know they're pregnant, even in cases of rape and incest.
The United States has the authority and the responsibility to ensure that no state can deprive individuals of their constitutional rights through a legislative scheme specifically designed to prevent the vindication of those rights.
While the administration waits to see how the case plays out in the court system, on the ground in San Antonio, there's a growing sense of urgency. Michaela Montoya has been busy. The hard part, she says, is finding a way to help the surge in pregnant people reaching out to her organization in need of abortions that are no longer legal in the Lone Star State.
We got at least double the request for assistance since SB 8 has passed. I mean, it's desperation.
The U.S. Supreme Court declined to block the new law from going into effect. It's enforced not by state officials, but by private citizens, empowered to file civil suits with a minimum $10,000 payout against anyone who assists a pregnant person seeking an abortion in violation of the law, which could be doctors or any staff member at an abortion clinic. 3 of the 4 abortion facilities in San Antonio have temporarily stopped providing the procedure for anyone. The final days of August were like nothing Planned Parenthood South Texas CEO Jeffrey Hans had ever seen.
On the days that we provide abortion, which is not every day, but on those days, we might see somewhere between, 15 to 25 patients on that day to provide abortion care. We had days where staff were working 12 and 13-hour days. We had days where we saw more than and provided abortion care to more than 100 people in one day.
It's not just providers. Lawsuits could be filed against family, friends, drivers, even people like Montoya and Camilla Factory, who advocates for and assists sexual assault survivors.
I'm afraid that organizers like me will be targeted for simply believing in the future of the autonomy of our bodies and our minds and our spirits.
The strategy right now seems to be getting people in need of an abortion out of state.
Do you think you could get to Albuquerque? Do you want to be connected with an abortion provider in Denver? Some people are eager to hear that and make those plans, but many people are, this is just, the idea just seems insurmountable.
And though anti-abortion activists outside Planned Parenthood are celebrating the law, claiming it will save lives,
I am super excited. This is a great step.
Advocates tell CNN that unless the courts step in soon, they fear the opposite.
The concern is that
if they don't, and they are moved through desperation to do something with self-managed abortion, healthcare providers need to be ready that some of these women then may show up on their doorsteps needing emergency help.
Is that a real fear you guys have?
I think about it regularly.
Theranos, what was once considered a revolutionary invention that would change the medical field forever, is now solely labeled a defunct health technology company. The invention was supposed to revolutionize the way blood tests were done by making the process more convenient for patients. It was soon discovered, though, that the company had exaggerated the technology's advancements. On September 8th, Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes began the opening statements in her trial, where she is charged with several counts of wire fraud, as well as conspiracy to commit wire fraud. When we return, we'll introduce to you our new pet of the week, and it's National Kids Day. Take over the kitchen, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. Despite her frou-frou name, this pet of the week is quite the lovey-dovey kitty. Fifi would love to meet her new forever family, where she can be spoiled to the ends of the earth with yummy wet food, soft blankets, and all the mouse toys she can imagine. She enjoys talking to you throughout the mornings and is always up for a head rub or 3. Fifi is 8 months old, spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. She is FIV negative, and her adoption fee is just $10. Apply online for her today.
Is your child a Gordon Ramsay in the making? Well, tonight's the night to find out, because September 13th is National Kids Take Over the Kitchen Day. When children take part in helping prepare for family meal times, they learn the importance of healthy eating, all while engaging in some fun after-school family banter. So try seeing what culinary concoction your child can come up with tonight by celebrating National Kids Take Over the Kitchen Day.
Former Auburn football head coach and Senator Tommy Tuberville released a short YouTube video this past weekend on Saturday, recounting where he was during the horrific attack that took place 20 years ago. Tuberville, who was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2020, was Auburn's head coach at the time and recounted the Auburn versus LSU game that was canceled that weekend, along with the first flight he boarded with the team after 9/11. As we got close to New York, we had two F-16s, one on each wing, flying next to us. Tuberville remembers of his trip to Syracuse. He describes the game as an especially emotional one that he will likely never forget, yet urges us all to remember that we as Americans are part of a team and that we are stronger now than ever before.
We're out of time, but stay tuned for our live streaming of the SGA Senate tonight at 7:30. And for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I am Gracie Pennington.
And I'm Hee Sun Yoon. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.